Hi everybody, it's Marlette from Handcrafted by Marlette. I'm so happy to be back. It's been a long 7 months. I haven't done anything much because all my supplies were at a home that I bought back in June. And I did one big move then and all the craft supplies went there. So the last 7 months I've been going back and forth with loads of things, and long story short, I'm here now. I retired at the end of January so I can start to really be a full-time artist. And yesterday I was working on a project. And as always, well, not as always, but a lot of times, ideas come from other ideas. So these are the earrings that I came up with yesterday. Beautiful backing on them. And UV resin on the top. And then also these are real nice, backing on the back. So after I made these, I started messing around with the scrap clay that was left. And out of that came these brooches or pins, and I love the way they look. It's one of my personal favorites. It's kind of like Art Deco-y. Love it. And then this one is kind of more like organic. I don't know. They look great. I love the colors. So today's tutorial is going to be making these pins. So let's get at it. Color palette, black backer, translucent, copper, sunset pearl, magenta pearl, and this flesh color, I think I had left over from my bridal ornaments. And then this red, I don't know exactly what the name of it is because it was just in my clay box. So let's get at it. All right, so a couple of things I forgot to mention. Gonna need some gold leafing flakes and some translucent Sculpey. And that's going to help bind it all up. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to chop everything up. And get your pieces kind of separated. And that. Trying to get back into the swing of things now that I'm done with moving and working, and whew, I'm actually losing track of time. The other day I was waiting for the sofa and the delivery period was between 12:15 and 3:15, they said. So I waited all day, and 4:30 rolls around, and they have this number that you can text to find out about where your delivery is. Well, I don't think it was a real person because I kept getting the same answer. So finally I called the store and I talked to the lady and she says, your delivery's not due till the 3rd. And I said, isn't that today? And she said, no, that's tomorrow. And I said, oh my God, I feel so stupid. And I said, well, I guess I can go grocery shopping in the morning. And she just started laughing. It's like, oh my God. Felt so stupid. And it's like, I don't know how that happened, but they told me it would, and it did. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix all this together. And we're going to add some gold leaf flakes. I get this bag open. There we go. You can put as little or as many as you want. Now my liquid Sculpey has gotten real thick on me, so I'm going to have to spoon it out. But you got to have something to bind it all together, so hopefully this will do the trick. Let me get some gloves. Otherwise, I'm going to get sticky. Ooh. Get it all nice and mushed together. And keep pressing it in and getting it into a nice firm block. The air bubbles out. And once you get all that done, we're going to put the lines in it. So I'm going to cut this on the diagonal. And we're going to take a strip of our black. Let's thin this out a little bit and give it a little roll. One more time. A little bit thinner. There we go. And put it like so. Give it a little trim. And then we're going to put it back together. Then we're going to make another cut. Same thing. And put it back together. So you can do this as many times as you want, or you don't even have to do it if you don't want, but I like the effect of those lines in there. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. Half the time I forget about putting things where you can see. Ooh. I'm gonna put it back together. Yeah. There we go. And maybe one more. Sorry about dropping those tools. I know sometimes it's hard on the ears. All right. There, I think we got plenty of our lines in. Make sure it's all back together. Okay. My block is getting away from me. All right, so we got our block. And Now what we're going to do is take your flexible blade. We're going to start to shave it. I'm going to put it down on our black. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. Just put it down. I love these colors. Really, really nice. Yeah. And one more little piece, and then we're gonna burnish. Get it all flat. I'm gonna give it a little roll. Now, when I made the earrings, I just burnished, I didn't roll. And then afterward, I took what I had left over and then I put it through the pasta machine. So I'm gonna just put it through the pasta machine. And those pins were like, the clay was super thin, super thin. Cut off this excess. Now it's getting pretty thin. I think I'm on 3. I'm going to take it down one more because you want it like thin so you can work it. All right, now, for this particular one, I had like a fan fold. No, it wasn't this one. This one I just kind of freehanded it, made a fan fold, and just sort of wrapped the black around it. So I'm going to take a piece. Like this. Now at this point you could do anything. You could like wrap it around this way, you know, or having the black on the outside and the colors on the inside. So many things you can do. I'm going to do a little fan fold here. Like this. And I'm doing like a little curly edge on there. And then you could take your top part and kind of give it like a little pinch to make it look a little more ruffly. And you see it's starting to take form there. The clay is very delicate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off right about there. And I'm going to come in with a piece of piece like right here, and we're going to wrap this around it. All the way around, and then pat it down on the bottom. All right. So that's coming along nicely. I like the way that looks. I like the little ruffled edges. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it off with some alcohol. Look at those colors, they're beautiful. All right, so what I do is I baked it and then I put the backing on. So that's one. Now, let's do one more. Let me show you. It's almost like you got to play around with it to figure out what you're going to do. Like I like the way these edges are right here. I like that. Whoops. I want these to curl out a little bit. Almost reminds me of one of those calla lilies. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm going to cut this off here. And I think I got a little bit too much going on here, so I'm going to trim some of this off. And don't forget to, let me take these gloves off. It's almost like fashion design. So interesting looking. Sometimes you have to go back in and like open it back up. Like that. You want to make sure it's going to be flat on the back. Just take your time, and it's almost like doing some sculpting here. I don't like the way that looks there. You know, just cut it off. Refix. And so you kind of get the idea. Now, this would be like a good opportunity if you wanted to place some stones in there. That would be really a good idea. So these are going to get baked, and then I'll be back. Okay, so, all right. So we're back. I baked them. And then off camera, what I did was I put the backings on. These are just your pins that you can buy at Hobby Lobby or whatever. I super glued it on, and then I put the backer on it. So it's on there real good. And this one is really pretty. I love the colors. And this one, I think it's just natural. I haven't put anything on it. This one, I put a little bit more color in there, and then I added the beads and the back. But I got so much out of that that block. It's unbelievable. I mean, these are earrings that I showed you before. Love. Not for me personally, but I'd love to see somebody wear them because I love to look at them. And then the heart. That's pretty. Looks like a shattered heart. Another heart. These are all from the same clay. This one's really nice. I love it. It's buffed with Renaissance wax. Sanded. And this is a pretty pendant. I love this. And then another pendant that I love that I've just been working on. I haven't started to sand or anything. It's still raw. And then these earrings, which I'm working on putting the backs on. So, I mean, I got a lot of stuff out of that clay. Little tiny heart earrings that I'm going to make. And then, of course, the original pins. This one, and this one. So that's a whole lot of jewelry out of one veneer. Plus, there's plenty that I haven't finished that I got out of that veneer. So, like all this I'm working on. So I hope you liked it. I hope you, if you did like it, I hope you learned something. And push the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, do what you got to do. And I'll see you on the next video. So everybody take care. Ciao.